I'm afraid explosive is the only answer. It's the opinion of the entire staff that Dexter is criminally insane.
That boy needs therapy. Psychosomatic. That boy needs therapy. Purely psychosomatic.
Today I want to talk about cigarettes and depression, and the phrase cigarettes and depression sounds more like a Tom Waits song, probably performed in an underground basement jazz club bar in New York, but actually the matrimony of this little guy and this little guy, there's nothing romantic about it at all, and that's what I want to sort of unpack today in this video and just speak to my relationship with smoking and how I feel, and through my own research, very quick research, not very deep though, what I've discovered about the relationship between smoking and my mental well-being. So I just want to talk about that today, and I hope you guys will take something away from it. For a while now, I've been cognizant of the fact that there's probably a relationship, directly, passively or tenuously, a relationship and a link between obviously the smoking and my low moods or my depression. I did have my own thoughts on this and just try to sort of figure it out myself, but actually just going on Google, it didn't take me too long to discover that my preconceptions were correct, and there actually is a direct relationship between smoking and depression. Studies show that there's a number of dances that cigarettes in your brain do, and actually it's very unsurprising that they're all to the detriment of your own mental health. Generally, people who are already depressed are more likely to smoke because they'll reach out for something that's going to alleviate stress, something that's going to satisfy them, and actually in doing so you're just perpetuating and increasing the symptoms of smoking. Well, people who smoke are more likely to become depressed because nicotine has properties in it that blocks the pathways in your brain that helps regulate your moods. Smoking causes depression, depression causes smoking, and it's a vicious self-fulfilling cycle that is extremely difficult to break and to come out of, and I, as of yet, have completely failed in trying to surmount that. I personally smoked on and off when I was younger and just kind of eventually quit until I actually reached the sort of lowest point, the deepest, darkest point of my depression, which then ultimately led to quite a bad breakup from a girlfriend at the time. And as a way to cope with that, for some reason, something just twigged in my head that I would go buy a packet of cigarettes, and I'd been smoking on and off up until that point, just kind of as a way to sort of relax, but this is the first time I went out specifically and soberly to buy a packet of cigarettes to deal with how low or worthless I was feeling. And it was the biggest mistake in my life because, like, since then I've been smoking 20 cigarettes a day, one packet, sometimes 2 packets depending on how bad I'm feeling, and in a way it's a form of quiet self-harm, and it really does speak to the total disregard for your health and well-being that goes all too often hand in hand with depression. For all I know, if all those years ago I didn't decide to go and buy that packet of cigarettes, I could be in a much greater place right now, a much greater place right now. I'll never know, but my suspicions are that if I didn't start smoking again and I hadn't been smoking 20 cigarettes at least a day since then, I'd probably be on the path to recovery a lot quicker, and I wouldn't be feeling as helpless as I am now and being tangled up in a bad habit that I can't seem to kick. And the takeaway from this video isn't do as I say or do as I do. It's that God knows I'm completely subservient to a multitude of detrimental vices. It's like, I'm no angel, I'm not perfect, I'm my own worst enemy in a lot of ways. It's more just to make you aware and give you something to think about. Especially if you are feeling like you're on the precipice of reaching out for that packet of cigarettes to alleviate stress. It doesn't alleviate stress, it creates stress. It just causes more stress by developing a dependency on a substance that when you satisfy that craving, it gives you the feeling of being de-stressed because you're satisfying a craving that was never there in the first place until you actually started taking that substance. Smoking just gives you the impression of being de-stressed. When you spark up that cigarette, see, even just saying it now, I just want a cigarette, it just gives you the impression of being de-stressed because your addiction has been satisfied. But if the addiction's not there, then it wouldn't be a problem in your life. So I would say that anybody who has been in a situation like me, just don't do it at all. Just don't go there, don't smoke ever, kids. You're definitely not alleviating stress, you're just feeding an addiction that's actually helping you stay where you don't want to be. And so I guess what am I going to do personally about this, and now that I know definitely that there's a link between smoking and my poor mental health, I don't want to set myself up for failure and say I'm going to quit smoking tomorrow. I just feel like that's not really how I operate. What I would do is, I mean, I've got a lot of things to do other than smoking. Smoking isn't the only thing. There's loads of things that I can be doing better in pursuit of a better mental state. But in terms of smoking, I'm going to maybe try and achieve smoking 5 cigarettes less a day. If I can do that, that's baby steps that I can quantify in my head that say, well, you're making progress. And then eventually, if I can get down to a couple of cigarettes a day, just a couple of cigarettes a day, that's when I can see the sort of light at the end of the tunnel, and I'll know that it's actually something I don't need in my life. And then eventually, hopefully, I can just totally quit. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. It was definitely a bit of an eye-opener today, actually reading it written down, saying this is bad for this thing, and I am actually doing this thing that helps keep me where I don't want to be. So I just thought I would make you guys aware if you're smokers, or if it's something that you've considered as a thing that you see people do when they're stressed, so you think, oh, maybe I'll do that because I'm stressed. Just don't. And actually, guys, if there's anything that you think that you maybe do or don't do that either helps or doesn't help your mental situation just now, please let us know below. Let us know if there's any vices that you have that definitely are interrupting your progress, or if there's anything that you're doing that you feel like helps, anything that's not medical, anything that we can be doing just in our day-to-day lives to sort of increase our mental well-being, that would be much appreciated. Honestly, it's good to keep this sort of little community going and helping each other out. I would love to know some of the things that you guys do, or some of the things that you guys feel like you could be doing to actually ruin whatever progress you're making. But anyway, guys, I'll leave that with you. I'll maybe leave some links below to some of the things that I read. I didn't want to get into it too much today. I didn't want to get into the research jargon too much today because I feel like I'm of no authority on the subject. I don't want to be spouting off. I don't really know what's a credible resource and what isn't, but I'll leave you some links to some of the things that I found pertaining to this issue. Thanks very much, guys. See you later.